guys, welcome back to another episode of Places That Should Be National Parks. And this week it is all about the Aleutian Islands in Alaska. And basically, if you don't know what the Aleutian Islands are, so the Aleutian Islands are a bunch of islands, they're smaller islands on the kind of band of Alaska. I'm gonna have a picture over here of where the Aleutian Islands are. So the Aleutian Islands, if you didn't know, is a group of volcanic islands, it's home to 40 active volcanoes and 17 inactive volcanoes, and it stretches about 1,800 miles long. It's a pretty long part, and basically some of the volcanoes are very pointy. That's how I would put it, at least. So that's a very interesting fact, and I'm surprised there is no national park there, because I mean, it's pretty much more volcanoes. Like, we already have like Lassen Volcanic and Hawaii volcanoes and Yellowstone, and I think would make a great addition to the volcanic national parks. So also, the Aleutian Islands are home to many different abundant species, such as puffins, I'm probably going to mispronounce this one, onglet, skulls, sun petrels, cormorants, terns, kittiwakes, murres, pigeon coleman's, and murrelets. Those are some of the most abundant species. And also, the Aleutian Islands are also home to 97 different species or subspecies of coral, which would make it another place to experience a coral reef. Not like the place you'd think you'd experience it, but that's a pretty cool fact. And also, the creation of an Aleutian Volcanic National Park would also would make it the 9th national park in the state of Alaska. And the reason why the Aleutian Islands are so volcanic is because it is located on the edge of a tectonic plate. And if you don't know, at the edge of tectonic plates are usually where earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanoes form. And it's also a part of the Ring of Fire, which is a bunch of volcanoes along the Pacific Plate, because the Pacific Plate has tons of volcanoes. And creating a national park would make it a little more accessible to get to some of these more remote volcanoes. Also, not to mention that an island, I forgot what it's called, it's Ottu Island. It is home to different bird species, and it's basically a bird lover's paradise. So that's also going for the area. 4 of the most notable volcanoes in the Aleutian Islands include the Cleveland, Garoli, Great Sitkin, and the Semipochinoi. And also, with the Aleutian Islands, it was a very vital battleground for World War II. So you have that also going for the area, because there's also another way for pretty much it would go along with. So basically, there is a part of the Aleutian Islands already technically a part of the National Park Service. It's like the Aleutian Islands World War II National Historical Park or something, which pretty much explains all the battles that happened up there between the Japanese and the Americans. So, as I mentioned, those 4 that I just mentioned, those are the 4 that are currently active. And basically, the Aleutian Islands, they don't really consist of as much of like fumaroles, mud pots, hot springs, geysers as like Yellowstone or Lassen Volcanic, but it's more like Hawaii volcanoes in that sense, of where it's just mainly the volcano spewing out lava and smoke. So thank you guys for watching this episode of Places That Should Be National Parks. If you have any suggestions of any place that should be a national park, you can feel free to write that down into the comments below. I will probably add it to my list. And thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't already, subscribe and like the video, and if you like this content. So, explore your local national parks.